think what really first got me interested in going to Soka was when I physically visited the campus. There was this one student, in like the very last thing she told me was that in her 3 years at Soka, like she's never been this happy. A student who's not a member clearly stating that she's never felt so happy. I think that was the first moment I was like, wow, maybe this school really is something different from other schools.
I would really highly encourage going to Lions Roar, because that experience, like being on campus, changed my perspective on applying to SUA. We have like the life sciences concentration, we have SBS, which is social behavioral sciences, like psychology, anthropology, sociology, economics, those kind of things. We have like the international studies concentration, we have the environmental studies concentration, and the humanities concentration. The first 2 months of being there, I think I learned so much, really fighting for Black, Indigenous people of color on campus and other minority groups and marginalized groups on campus. I think that changed my life. If that didn't happen, I don't think my perspective on racial discrimination and just like discrimination in general would, change that much.
Like Kayoko said, it really pushed me to think more in the place of other people. It was something that I obviously knew was happening, but then, and it wasn't, I wouldn't say I didn't care, but I didn't care enough, or I wasn't being compassionate enough. What does that really mean, being compassionate for others? In January, we have this block called Learning Cluster, where we study about the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis. And our group went to Rwanda. Like, we flew to Rwanda, which I still can't really believe happened. But we flew to Rwanda and visited so many places, a lot of memorials for sure, and also got to talk to many different people who literally lived through the genocide. And it was heartbreaking in many ways, but also like hearing the experience of the country coming like after the aftermath of the genocide, and how the people once again were able to slowly unite, gave me this sense of hope in humanity. Like, after seeing, your neighbors kill your family, people still had to reconcile with these people. And I don't think it was an easy process. It definitely wasn't an easy process, but it gave me this feeling of hope, how like if we really don't give up, then a lot of the things that may seem impossible can really happen.
It's crazy how much we grew, within like ourselves in such a short period of time at being at SUA. And like, I'm scared but nervous and excited all at the same time for, the upcoming years, all the way till I graduate and further on.
I know. Human revolution won't happen if I don't take the action. It won't come to me. It won't just suddenly hit me. I need to take the step myself. Every year, students elect leaders for the next year. I decided to challenge this year. Making that decision itself was a huge battle for me, because one, I just, wasn't sure if I had the capacity to become a leader. And two, the timing, there was a lot going on in school, kind of things going on for me personally. But one thing senior Faith taught me was that the qualities of a leader doesn't come from someone who's been succeeding all their life, but rather someone who's maybe even been suffering most of their life. Because one great quality that a leader needs is compassion. It's not just about the education, it's not just about learning. It's a place where it questions why you even educate yourself, right? And, at Soka, we say we educate ourselves for those who couldn't or who can't get education.
It really shows the true value of education, not only within an institution, but with just experiencing.
And there's no reason to not feel confident, especially about applying to SUA. Literally anyone can. We hope that we can continue to share these kind of experiences and these kind of growth with our Canadian members. So yes, thank you for listening, and hope to maybe see you at SUA.
Bye-bye.
Bye.